Hey YouTubers, welcome back to my channel. Alright, now there's been a few changes. This is the yard module that featured in the previous video. It's just attached from the rest of the layout while I have been working on. I didn't record all the progress unfortunately, but yeah, I have been a bit busy, so touched up the paint. You'll notice that there is 7mm ply running along the back, and there's an end spacer there. For the short term at least, the layout will sort of end at this point before I look at adding more modules. I want to finish the new West module that tacks on to the Cosmos Cement module. Alright, so but this will probably have that end piece removed and the yard will continue. At the moment, there may be an industry for box cars along the back here. That's why the track's been sort of comes in, and I've deliberately laid it for that. But I am toying with the idea of just having this as an interchange and classification yard. So the back scene there, you just have to try and imagine the tracks continuing down to multi-tracks, where you would have mainline or larger railroads bringing in goods, freight cars, setting them out, running around their train, probably picking up the empties and leaving back in that direction, in the eastwards direction. And then locomotives assigned to the Gracefield branch, which is the name of this layout, will then head west and switch some industries along the line. Alright, so been a little bit of a change of the track plan. So let's back the truck up. I should go in chronological order. So after putting the back scene on, now this is fully, I laid the track, came up with this track plan, added this front track, added a switch or a point here, whereas before, what did I have? Oh, that's right, yeah. I had extended it to 3 tracks, and I had another point in here. Here I've used a Y, just for space. So I have to watch this ballast, it's not completely dry. I've been working on this morning. But yeah, added this this other left-hand point here. So I have got a track here which will be a refueling and a small maintenance depot, and can hold at least 2 SD locomotives, whether it be GE or say AC70s, or the SD40 -2s and 40Ts -2s. So probably a couple of those, or probably up to say 3 smaller switching locomotives, either Jeeps or the smaller like SW 1500s, etc. So this point here, so this slightly overgrown section of track is essentially just a lead track for the locomotives to come down here, terminate at the end, and then reverse back into their siding, or they can follow the track back out to the branch, and then it could begin switching operations. Also, the main thing was to give me a track to actually stable some locomotives that are not in use without having to take them on and off the layout all the time. So the other option is, the other benefit of this track plan is this track can also be used as part of the yard or a classification track. It's not very long, but it will hold probably 2, well, you've really got to about there, so it'll probably hold 2.5 60-foot cars, two 60-foot cars and a 40-foot car, possibly 3 50-foot cars. So yeah, reasonably happy. So so I did a test session. Obviously, I've learnt from mistakes in the past, so it's fully wired now. Prior to this, I had to actually switch the points. It was only the power was only coming in from the other module through the fish plates, the connectors into that rail, and then I had to route the power sort of thing. But now every track has a feed, and there's also, when I work out what structures I'm going to have on there, I'm going to put some extra wires underneath and coming through for some lighting. The front section here, there might be a bit of a road that just curls around with a branch off the small parking area for the loco maintenance area. Haven't finalised that. Still trying to decide whether I might do concrete hard standing or actually get some of the bitumen that forget the brand, but yeah, there's some good products on the market where you can make some awesome concrete hard standing, or you've got the black, probably a bit like a latexy type paint with texture in black to actually simulate new bitumen. Can't say that properly. Alright, so that's sort of what I've been up to. I can't demonstrate trains moving at the moment because I'm still waiting on ballast and some of the new scatter and some weeds and that to dry before I run the track rubber over and clean it. The other job I have is I've got to hide those feeds, paint the side of the rails a grimy, slightly rusty colour, like on the other module. These tracks have all basically been reused from the module the original module I built for an Australian layout, which formed the first section of this layout, and I've lifted the track. So generally I only paint the visible sides of the rails. So when you're looking into a layout, I paint the outside of the front rail and the inside of the next rail. So consequently, these tracks, which I hadn't thought about at the time, I put round the other way, and you probably find they're all painted on the other side facing away, whereas I should have perhaps turned them around and to save me painting. But anyway, yes, that will be done, and a bit more foliage down. But so far looking quite good. Just by and by, I love my GP39-2. Sorry, there's probably a few specks of dust sitting on it, but a fantastic bit of kit, a Genesis model. The detail, look at the windscreen wipers, you know, this one's even got open windows and has full cab interior. It's hard to sort of see in there. Just surprising that they haven't supplied, put engineers, drivers in there. But that would be my only criticism. Runs fantastic, looks great. The detail is just second to none. Just needs a light weather. It's not going to be heavily weathered, this one, but I just need the trucks or the bogies to look more faded and used. The fuel tank, they would always get a lot grimy and a bit dirty closer to the rails. So yeah, a few things like that, but love this locomotive, and I've also got to do some light weathering on my AC 440CW. Alright guys, thanks for watching. It's already gone on a few minutes longer than I intended, but hope you've enjoyed. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and yeah, share your comments please. Bye for now.